Hey everyone, okay, I'm back after a little bit of a break, and today I'm going to show you how to make kind of your own shade of lip gloss. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use this lip gloss from Colourworks, which is a kind of a pale pink but actually gives on more of a clear gloss, and I'm going to basically amp up the colour using some pigments and add a bit of glitter until I'm satisfied with the colour that I want. Okay, so let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, first of all, you will need some kind of lip gloss that you maybe don't like the colour of, or you want it maybe slightly darker in colour or something. So this one is one that I'm going to use, and it's just by Colourworks. Then you'll also need some coloured pigment, whatever colour you want. I'm using the Sugar Pill palette, and in it I'm using Love Plus today, which is the red one. You can also use, this is a pressed shadow, but you can also use any loose pigments as long as you can put them on the lip. Then you can use those. So I'm using the red Love Plus from Sugar Pill, and you'll also need a little container, or if you're maybe only mixing a little bit of colour. I'm going to mix quite a bit of colour, but so I'm going to use like one of these little jar containers that has a lid, and but if you're not, then you could maybe just use the back of like a little tin or something. Got some that are mixed up in here, which is just like a lid of a jar, and then also I'm going to put a little bit of shimmer in there with some glitter. This is Zafi glitter, and it's cosmetic grade glitter, so you can use it in mixing. Okay, so all I'm going to do, well, I've kind of started already. So in this tub, I've got some Love Plus from Sugar Pill, and that's red. And all I did, I'll show you what I did to get it out of the pan. I basically took the pan and I took a brush, and all I did was rubbed this across the top, and then lifted up the pigment with the brush, took it over to my container, and tapped off the excess into the tub. And it's as easy as that. Or you can use loose pigment and a knife or a spoon or a little spatula or scoop that you have, and pop it into the container. So all I've done is put that in there. Now I'm going to add a little tiny bit of Zafi glitter at this stage. Just the tiniest little bit. Okay. Then all you do is all you need to do is open up your lip gloss, and basically you're just going to squeeze it into the tub. Obviously you don't need to make as much as me, but you can make as however much you want to make. I'm just going to use this whole tube and fill up the tub. Okay, as much as I can. I'm going to try and get all of this out here. Sometimes you can get the little lip gloss containers that you can fill up yourself, so they would be really good as well. Okay, so that's basically all out of the little lip gloss tub. Now all I'm going to do is basically all I'm doing is using the end of a brush to mix this with, or even, you can even use a Kirby grip, which is also really good, or hair grip. And there's also, I've got a little brush here that you can use as well. But actually I think I might use the Kirby grip just now, because it might get into the bottom, and it'll get into down to the bottom and get all the pigment colour up. Okay, so all I'm going to do is mix this as well as I can, and as much as I can, and try and mix the pigment through. Now you can obviously add more pigment or less pigment depending on the colour you want. So I'd maybe start with a little bit of pigment, and then gradually work and add more in until you're satisfied with the colour. This is taking really good to the lip gloss. The colour's taking really well. And there, I don't know if you can see, it's now a kind of more of a cherry red colour. Now I think I'm going to add a little bit more pigment. So all I'm going to do is, again, as I said, I'm going to do is rub this across the top of my my pan of shadow, and then I'm just going to just tap it on the edge and it adds the pigment in, and you can see, I think you can see that on the top there. All I'm going to do is pick up all this loose pigment now that's on there and tap it in. Okay, and then once I've added that, I think I'm going to be satisfied with the colour. I think this is probably going to be enough pigment through the gloss. Okay, and now again I'm just going to work that in there. And it's because this is actually working out really well and the colour is great. It's a nice red colour and more highly pigmented than it was. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just scrape off onto the side and just put my Kirby grip off to the side. Then all I'm going to do is tap the jar down so that it kind of flattens and levels out. If it doesn't, you can just shake it around until it does. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is pick up my Kirby grip again. I'm going to just put a swirl into it. So it kind of looks quite nice and swirly. It's got a nice swirly finish to it. And then also, I'm just going to go ahead and put on some more of the cosmetic glitter from Zafi on top. So I'm just going to add that on top of there. I think it finishes it off really well. Now, this is a really good present if you want to make them for your friends. They look really cute, and obviously it's really personal because you've made it yourself. But I'll just show you what the end product looks like. And you can see all the glitter on the top, and it's a really nice red colour, as you can see. And what I'll do is I'll just pop it onto the back of my hand with a brush so you can see what it looks like. And you'll have that some of this beautiful glitter will transfer, and red and gold are really good colour match. They look great together. I'll put some of the original gloss on to my hand so you can see the both of them together, so that you know what the change is. Okay, so I'll show you now. So here on, you can see the glossy part on the top of my hand was the original colour of the gloss, and it really doesn't have any pigmentation to it. It doesn't have any colour, even though it's meant to be pink. And now that we've added the red pigment to it, you can see the gorgeous red juicy gloss. So this would look great on top of a nice red lipstick. It would look lovely. And I don't know if you can see, when I slightly move my hand, you'll see the glitter kind of nice and glittery on there and glistening. Looks really good. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and it was just a quick one to show you, and it's really easy to pigment to colour your own lip glosses. And I'll speak to you all soon. So that's all from me. See ya.